morning, friends. Today we are going to see Ascent of Sap. In last period, we discussed about different properties of water and their role in animal and plant life. What is Ascent of Sap? The upward movement of water in plant is called Ascent of Sap. How that water move from lower side to the upper side? In plant, there is a pipeline present. That pipeline is nothing but the xylem. That xylem tissue are dead and it acts as a pipeline for the plant to transport water from one place to the another place. Mostly the movement of water takes place from lower side to the upper side. There are different type of path of movement of water is there. Now there are so many huge plants are present on the earth. For example, sequoia plant, it is near about 300 and more 400 feet in height. How it is possible to move that water from lower side to the upper side in such plant? This is possible because of the properties of water, and this is possible because of certain processes takes place inside the plant, out of which one process is their transpiration, and that transpiration has major role in the upward movement of water. Now there are so many theories put forth by so many physiologists. The first theory is vital theory. Vital means live, and this theory is very old theory, and this is not accepted nowadays because certain demerits are present in that theory, and that demerits are not fulfilled by that theory, so it is discarded nowadays. Later on, root pressure theory came into light. That root pressure theory says by the absorption of water by that root tissues, the pressure is developed, that is turgor pressure, and that root tissues swell up, and so that because of swell up or turgor pressure, that water is raised up by pushing that water inside, and that water move from lower side to the upper side. But this is not possible because that pressure is created by the root by absorption of water, that is only 2 atmospheric pressure, and that pressure is not enough to push that water till 300 feet in sequoia. So that theory is discarded now. It is not accepted because of certain demerits, and that theory is not explained how it is possible in huge plants. Next, transpiration pool theory. This theory explained by Dixon and Joly in 1894. What that theory said, whatever the meaning of that theory, comes under the title of that theory. Transpiration pool theory means definitely there is a role of transpiration in that absorption of water and transport from lower side to the upper side. Second name of that theory is cohesive force of theory, means exactly the cohesive property of that water has also role in upward movement of water in plant. Now that theory is firstly given in 1894 by Dixon and Joly. Later on that is accepted by so many physiologists, Leavitt, Curtis, Clark. Nowadays this theory is accepted. Dixon and Joly explain firstly that theory to explain the movement of water in plant. Now these are the huge plants. This is a sequoia plant. That how it is possible to move that water from lower side to the upper side in such huge plant? This is possible by transpiration pool theory, that is explained by Dixon and Joly. Now see, this is ascent of sap. Water is moved from lower side to the upper side according to this theory. Transpiration, the role of cohesive and adhesive forces of water is also important in this theory. Now this is diagrammatically represented here how that water transported from lower side to the upper side. Firstly, see that diagram. This is a leaf and these are the leaf tissues, and this is a root, and whole diagram shows the root tissue. This is a stem, this is a petiole, and the veins present in that petiole. This is a stomata. Now see here, firstly the root hairs absorb water from soil and send that water to the cortical tissue of the root. From upper side of cortical tissues, that water sent to another inner cells. From cell to cell movement of water occurs continuously, and finally it enters into the xylem of root. From xylem of root, that water enters into the xylem of stem, and from xylem of stem that water sent to the xylem of petiole, and finally to the xylem of leaves. And that from the xylem of leaves, that water sent to the different tissues where there is need of water is there. Likewise, the movement continuously occurs from lower side to the upper side. But this is not the exact need, but this movement, upward movement, occurs when that water loss from the upper end of the plant, that is through the stomata. When that loss of water occurs from the stomatal regions, that time the deficiency is created in that area, and that deficiency is fulfilled by the nearby cells by sending that water in that area, and deficiency is created in it. That deficiency is created or fulfilled by another side cells, and finally the leaf xylem send that water inside that deficient area, likewise fulfill their need, and from one place to the other place the deficiency is fulfilled and water move from lower side to the upper side. The deficiency is created in the xylem of petiole, that is fulfilled by the xylem of stem, that is fulfilled by the xylem of roots, and that is fulfilled by the absorption of water from outside through the root hairs inside the root. Likewise, continuously the movement of water occurs from outer side to the internal side of that root, and from root to the stem, and stem to the leaves. This is diffusion pressure deficit. It is also called as suction pressure. That suction pressure is responsible for the absorption of water. When the loss of water is occurs from here, from this region, that time the suction pressure is increased in that area. It sucks the water from lower side, pull the water from lower side. Likewise, here deficiency is created, here suction pressure or DPD is created. That DPD, that suction pressure, pull that water from lower side. Likewise, continuously the movement of water occurs from lower side to the upper side, and this theory is given by Dixon and Joly to explain how the plants absorbs water from lower side to the upper side. And in this theory, he said that whatever the role of uh, uh, transpiration is there, whatever the absorption of water is occurs in the plant, that is only possible by the role of transpiration process. Thank you.